Hey YouTube, Ben B. Haven't done a video in, God, probably 7-8 months now. Anyways, you already know what you're looking at. Glock 42, 380 automatic. For those of you that don't really know much about this pistol or really know anything about it, it is Glock's first, well, not really first, but it's their first U.S. made, U.S. approved 380 pistol. Years ago, they started making the Glock 28 and Glock 25, which are Glock 26 and Glock 19 size 380 autos, respectively, and I believe they have 10 or 13 shot mags, something like that. And they're made for the market in Mexico and South America and Europe, places where people can't own military caliber firearms, such as 9mm and 45s. And basically, this is the reason that this pistol's possible is for this reason. It's a U.S. made Glock. The reason they can't import those other guns is because they don't meet the import points that are set forth by the ATF, and people have been asking for years and years about Glock making a 380 and importing it. Now, when this came out, a lot of people are saying that this gun probably should have come out maybe like 10 years ago. It's the single stack 380s are kind of, the market's kind of fading. The Kel-Tecs and the Ruger LCPs and the Taurus TCPs and the SIG 238s, the Diamondback DB380s and the Ruger LCPs have already been out there for a while. So a lot of people would argue that there's really no need for another major, and Bodyguard 380 by Smith & Wesson, I forgot that one. So a lot of people would argue that there's really no need for a pocket-sized 380, in this day and age, because we have so many choices. But I disagree. Because the thing about 380s, and anybody that's owned one or really carried them, knows that 380s can be finicky. Their tolerances are tighter, and because of the smaller cartridge and the smaller platform that a 380 usually utilizes, the gun is actually generally not as reliable as something in a 9mm or a 40 or 45. In other words, pocket 380s can be very much hit or miss. And try to eject the mag real quick. I'll try that again. It just didn't pop out right. There we go. There we go. So the Glock stepping into that realm, I think, was a great choice, because not only do you get a pocket 380, but you get one with Glock's excellent record and reliability. Mags are 6 rounds. Those are some Fiocchi hollow points in it right now. They're not the typical newer ambidextrous style Gen 4 mags. Or, they could be ambidextrous. I'm not really sure, but I noticed they don't have that metal plate that's found in newer Glock magazines. The witness holes are kind of staggered. They're not straight down, even though it's a single stack. Like something that's on a 36. On the follower, which you can't see, the caliber is not listed. It's not listed anywhere on the magazine. So they're very much proprietary magazines, and this pistol is actually very different than any of the other Glock pistols, much like the 36. However, you'll notice that it has the Gen 4 style grip texturing, which I'm not a huge fan of, but it's fine on this pistol. It has what appears to be the Gen 4 style ambidextrous magazine release. And it's still got the standard plastic sights. Let's see what else is a little bit different. There's something else that's a little bit different. But lack of finger grooves. Most Glock subcompacts, they share the same finger grooves that the larger framed Glocks do. This does not. It's straight. It's got a straight front strap, and the back strap almost looks to me like it borrows, like it uses a different angle, and of course no accessory rail. So to me, this looks like a micro version of like a Gen 1, Gen 2 Glock 19. That's what it looks like to me. How's it shoot? Haven't really shot it yet, but I've heard great things. I heard that the Glock rep was pretty much producing something like a 1 or 2 inch group at 7 yards with it. So to me, that's pretty impressive, especially with a pocket size 380, because this is not going to be a target pistol. This is an up close and personal save your life pistol, and my hands aren't very big, so it fits my hand pretty well. I haven't seen any mag extensions, that are available yet. I imagine that they'll eventually be out, as well as extended magazines maybe. But what's funny is I've never even seen Glock 42 mags for sale individually. I've only seen them come with the pistol. The pistol came with 2 magazines, and I don't think it qualifies as a Gen 4, because usually, when you have a Gen 4 Glock, it's printed on the slide. So, you'll notice that it has the 2-pin, which the 2-pin setup on the frame was found on very early Glocks. So that's also what sets it apart from some of the other Glock models out there as well. What else? When this came out on the 20th, that's when I bought it, and I had to get on a list for it, because they said that it was going to come out on the 4th. I think it was initially supposed to come out on like the 13th or 14th, and Glock pushed it back, and I had to get on a list for it. And I paid $319. So after taxes and our $10 state background fee, which we have here in Colorado, it was $353 out the door, which isn't bad for a quality 380. I think some gun shops might offer them for somewhere in like the mid to high 4s. I got mine for $319. I think looking online, I think there's a distributor in Ohio that sells them for something like $338, which also isn't too bad. Extremely light. I think it's like 13 ounces with the empty magazine. So full, probably in the 15, 16 ounce range. It really doesn't even feel like it's a pound. I mean, it's really light. Still, same standard 5.5 pound trigger pull that Glock uses, and you can see the trigger. This is another kind of interesting thing. This will tell you. This is another indicator of it being a locally produced Glock. It's got the smooth face trigger. One of the things that Glock does when they import their